Back out here in the shop today, and I am going to work on cutting the pocket for the last part of my inlay. It's going to go halfway between the 12th and the 22nd fret, and I just dropped it. So what I need to do is measure, figure out what the halfway point is, and then go through and get this all set up so that I can cut the pocket, and then I'll go through and I'll work on cleaning up the inside of the pockets for the other four that I did already. And we'll see how that goes. Here we are with our fretboard, and I already have this all marked off with where all the frets are going to be located. So 12th fret is here, 22nd fret is right there. So I want to put this halfway in between. So I got my ruler here. So with that right there, we've got 139 millimeters. Now let's do some quick math, which I'm terrible at, so I'm going to use my phone. 139 divided by 2, 16 and a half, so roughly 70 millimeters. Lined up, so 70 would be right there, which that puts, it's not quite on the thing, but I can have, I'm not worried about having the fret go through the inlay because it's going to be, but with it roughly centered over that, I think that'll be good. So what I'm going to do is break my pencil first. I'm going to mark the back of where that's at. Put this thing back together. There's the middle. So that is the point right there where I want to set this thing up. I will show on the computer screen here in a second how that works. This, as you can see it, that is going to go roughly like that. So fretboard is going to look like that. The nut right here, 3. So third fret is right there, so that's normally where it would be. This one kind of spans 2, so 5 and 6. This one's across 7 and 8 and 9, and then that's at 12. This is right in the middle down here between the 12th and 22nd fret. So that's going to be my fretboard. So I have this lined up on the thing. Got light burn going up there. I don't know if I can frame this because the other, yeah, there you go. All right. So turn this on and hit start. Now this is going to laser for 36 minutes. We'll come back and see what we've got. The laser cutter is done cutting the pocket, and so now I have it over here on the workbench. I'm going to see that this thing fits inside of there. So you see that we've got the pocket here, and the inlay piece. And it fits in there quite nicely. Flip it over, they stay in, pretty tight fit. Bottom of the pocket does need to be cleaned out because it's it's all charred and everything, much like the rest of this. I don't know if this will focus. There we go. Kind of see. They're all kind of like that. So I grabbed my Dremel and I dug up a wire brush kit, or a wire brush thing here that I'm going to use. This should actually clean a lot more of that out than what the plastic one did. So we'll fire this thing up. And we'll go at it a little bit. Oh yeah, that definitely makes a lot more of a difference. You can already see bare wood. Off. So now have cleaned up all the insides. I still need to go a little bit cleaner. But these should fit right in there. I will need to clean up some spots like here where like there, kind of over here on this one where the laser didn't really burn into it very deep. Same thing over here, but I have an idea for that. So let's reset some stuff and try something out. So I've changed my setup. I'm now using my Dremel. See if we can get this. There we go. But I made an adapter so that I could work on inlays. So I have a 1/16 inch bit in here. I set my depth to where it's just above the deepest portion of the inlay pocket. And so I'm going to go around and just sort of clean up some of the spots where the laser didn't go all the way to the full depth. Try to keep my hand out of the way so that I can see what's going on. All of these. I did go through and clean out the pockets underneath. Hold this up. Just kind of a pain in the butt, so you can kind of see where I hit it with the Dremel, cleaned up the edges, or the bottom of it in here. This will now fit in there. It fits tight enough that it will actually hold, the inlay doesn't fall out, which is good. I have very minimal gaps around the edges of them, which is one of the big problems that I've run into when making these previously, is I end up with gaps and it looks kind of fugly. So now we have this. What's the next step from here? I have to sand these down so that they're, I have to glue them in and then sand this down so that they're flush. At that point, then I will cut the fret slots. And once the fret slots are cut, I can radius the fretboard. It'll then get installed onto the neck and then trimmed correct shape. There's still some more work to do here on this, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at so far, because this is what I had envisioned whenever I started with this idea. I actually had this idea a long time ago when I very first started wanting to learn how to do what I'm doing. And this is the first time that I've been able to sort of like do what I wanted. Inlays are installed.